Guys, here we are ready to do morning work 10.4, and this is for Thursday, April 30th, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and start on our addition. We've got some of that kind of traditional addition at the top. We'll go ahead and do two together, and then I'm gonna have you give the rest a try on your own, okay? So remember, we always add our ones place first. So 6 plus 4 I know is 10. Now, remember, when we have 10, we think of that as 10 and 0. And I can trade that 10 and 0, not 10 and 10. And I can trade that 10 in for a stick of 10. So my stick of 10 has to go over here. But when I trade that in, I have 0 ones left. So down here in the ones place, I'm going to put 0. So now I have 1 10 plus 2 10s, which will give me 3 10s. So 26 plus 4 is 30. Now let's look over here. 7 plus 7, that's one of my doubles, and I know that that's 14. Well, if I think about 14, okay, I know I have a 10 and I have a 4, okay? Well, that 10 I'm gonna make into a shiny new 10. I'm gonna trade it in, okay? So I'm going to carry it, that's what we call it, carrying. I'm gonna carry that stick of 10 over there, okay? But I still have these 4 ones that I haven't used yet. So down bottom, underneath my 2 7s, I'm gonna write those 4 ones. So I've got 10 and 4, which gives me 14. So I have 1 10 plus 1 10 is 2 10s. And again, if you want, you can write T and 0 up at the top for 10s and 1s. So I'd like you to give the next 4 a try on your own. Now remember, if your ones place doesn't equal more than 9, you're not going to need to carry anything there. So you can cross it out if you want, or just leave it blank. Okay, find the value of the coins. Again, I'll go through these with you just because they look a little bit different than the ones we practiced. So this is a quarter, so I know that that's going to be 25. These two are dimes. Oh, sorry, a dime is worth 10. I started to write D for dime. Dime is worth 10. And this is a nickel. Okay, that's worth 5. Okay, so here we've got 3 quarters, 3 nickels. Okay, so here I'll put a quarter and I'll put a nickel. And I'm going to have you write in the amounts for those. And then you need to write the total down here. Over here, show a way to pay for the object. We have a flashlight that costs 60 cents. So show me at least one way to make 60 cents. Okay, cross out the word in each row that does not fit. So we have thin, and then we have a pencil, a needle, and a balloon. If something is thin, it means it's not very wide. Which one of these doesn't seem to fit? Well, when I think of a pencil, that's pretty thin, and when I think of a needle, that's pretty thin. But when I think of a balloon can be fat. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cross out balloon, okay? So here we've got white. So think of it, pepper, cloud, and ghost. Which one of those doesn't seem to make sense? And then whisper, we've got library, circus, and church. So think about what type of place would you be whispering, okay? And then for our sentence, my shirt and shorts are dirty. So down here, mother did clothes with a question mark, filthy, my, gather, my. Well, what's gonna come first? This is the only word that has a capital letter. So I know that did will start my sentence. And so I'll cross that out. And then I know that close, because it has the punctuation, is going to need to go at the end. Okay? So I'm going to have you go ahead, pause your video to do the rest of the work on your own. If you're not sure of something, just leave it blank. And when you come back, we'll go over the answers. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and go over the rest of the answers. So here for 28 plus 1, well, I also could count on for that one, but I know that 8 plus 1 is 9, so I didn't need to make a trade and carry. So I have 2, bring it down, it's 29. So now in 13 plus 9, I know 3 plus 9 in my ones place is 12. So I carried 10 of that over here for a stick of 10, and then I had 2 ones left over down here. And then 1 10 plus 1 10 is 2 10s. 5 plus 1 is 6, so I didn't need to carry anything. Bring down my 2, because there's nothing there. 0 plus 6 is 6. I didn't have to carry anything, so I bring down my 1, and I have 16, okay? So for here, when we talked about the value of these coins, so we had a quarter, dime, dime, nickel. So when I counted it, I had 25, 35, 45, 50. Then here I had 3/4 and 3 nickels, okay? So when I kind of sing my song, 25, 50, 75, and then I got to count by fives. 80, 85, 90. So I got 90 cents there. We had to show 60 cents. I did 2 different ways. So I did 2/4, 25, 50, plus a dime, 60. Or I just did 6 dimes counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay? For this one, we had to cross out the word that didn't fit. Well, white. When I think about a pepper, a cloud, and a ghost, well, when I think of ghost and a cloud, I think that those are white. And I know pepper is black when I shake it on my food. So I crossed out pepper. And then whisper. When I think about places that I would whisper, probably in a library and maybe in a church, but not at a circus. A circus, you can be pretty loud. Okay, then we had my shirt and shorts are dirty. So when we use the words down here, did my mother gather my dirty clothes? Well, I hope she didn't. I make my son gather his own clothes. So I hope you gather up your dirty clothes too, so that your mom does or dad doesn't have to do it all for you. Okay? Anyway, there we go. Here are the answers for morning work 10.4. Awesome job, everyone.